Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, today we're having a look at the premium FV4202P. Let's have a look and see what's on offer. Is this worth $34 or $33.99 of your money? You know, or across the pond, £23.92. So $34. Is this a $34 tank? For this amount of money, it's not a hellishly big price. So you could have got it for free, and with the updates they've done, is it worth it? So let's get in and have a look at that review of the tank. Is it worth it? Let's have a look at the improvement to the vehicle. Right, it's been buffed, so let's check out what changes they've done. So the accuracy has been improved to 0.33, and the aim time has gone down to 2.3 seconds. Now that may not sound like a lot, but it definitely is. So since the the original iteration of this that Quickie Baby checked and everyone else tested on the test server, this has had a significant buff. And I've got a feeling that the buff they've given it means that you don't actually need to run the special equipment. You don't need the enhanced aiming because it's so accurate and so good at aiming. So let's get in and test it actually out. Where are we? Let's have a look. I should have, as I purchased a new tank. There we go. So we've now got the FV4202. Let's have a look. So, oh, it's going to be on the British line. Let's have a look. FV4202. First look at this bad boy. There we go. 4202P. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, still looks as bad as the other one. And there's the update. So I'll just add after this the update changes with the new patch and what they've done to this. So I'll put that in a minute. Right, with those changes in place, the tank is that little bit more accurate on the move. Very, very nice. So I'm going to get this kitted up, but it's a really, really nice looking model. Absolutely gorgeous. One thing I hate is having to put camo on it because it ruins the lines. I wish Wargaming had the option of just clicking a button. Yes, it's got the camo, but you can still see the model. And that's something I'd like to be able to do, is to have the naked unadulterated tank in the garage, so you can look at the nuts and grooves and bolts and scrapes of every vehicle, because they're just pretty, you know. So yeah, let's look at some of the stats. So what we've got detail wise: 1400 hit points, armor 50, 50, 31. Not very good on the whole, but you got some side skirts, and we'll have a look at this new incarnation in Tank Inspector. The turret itself is very slopey and bouncy, 170mm, and we'll look at the angles and check it all out. Okay, so we've got the 4202. What are we going to compare it to? As it's a Ridgeline Warrior, we want to compare it to another one. So a good one is the Type 59. Not everyone's got one, and not everyone has got one in gold. So this is my Type 59. Yeah, so let's get into that review and compare these Ridgeline Warriors against each other. Okay, the DPM of the two vehicles almost identical. 1798, 1798. The FV has got the edge just slightly. Penetration, well, Alpha, the 59's got it. The penetration on the FV is much better, 45 more with the FV than the Type. Very, very good. Aim speed, 2.21 seconds, very, very good. The stats said that it's actually 2.3, but in real terms it's 2.21. The same as the dispersion. It's supposedly been modded to 0.33, but it's actually in reality 0.32, so it's much better than it was in its previous incarnation. So the review that Quickie Baby did was accurate at the time, but they've buffed it significantly since then to allow them to sell the vehicle. So that's why they're doing it this way. It's not aiming like a heavy tank, it's now aiming like a medium tank, the way that it should have been in the first place. So dispersion and aim time, very, very good. So you don't need the vert stabs to be able to run this properly. So let's have a look. So shell velocity 1,020 or 1.02 kilometers a second, very fast. The Type is 900 meters a second, still good, but the FV means that you don't have to lead the target so much, and the punchiness of the gun, very, very good. Ammo capacity, 50 rounds. So you can actually dominate the battle by lasting longer and taking out more of your opponents. So that's a big plus with this. The top speed is a significant minus. So 35 kmh, not good in comparison to the 56 of the Type 59. It can mosey around the battlefield very nicely. And the power to weight ratio of this tank isn't very good. So 12.34 is not very good compared to the 14.56 of the Type. So the Type can get around much faster, more easily, and get up to that top speed, but you're thinking without the resistances. This has been buffed on the resistances. They've been reduced, so this can actually get up to 35 kph in spite of the lowered power to weight ratio, and allow it to work properly on the battlefield. So 0.38 on hard terrain, 0.48 on medium, and 0.96. Basically, it's half of anything else in the game. It's really, it's one of the best I've seen on any single tank. So they've done this to allow it to actually, so it's not a stick in the mud. It can actually work well in mud. It can use that power to get to the top speed very quickly, as we'll show you in the replay. Now, the gun itself, gun elevation 20 degrees, very good, but the gun depression, the Type 59's got 7, which isn't bad, and in comparison to other Russians and Chinese, it's about the best you'll get, which is one reason why they took it out. The gun depression of 10 degrees, very good, so that's in the favour of the FV. Gun traverse 40 degrees, very, very good. Turret traverse not so hot, 37.5 degrees. So yeah, it's a little bit slower than the 59, but it's workable. Now the hull armor, this is where it loses out. You don't want to show your hull armor to anybody, but angling it properly with the turret, that 170 mil of armor can work, whereas the Type can just bounce things. It can just sit there and bounce shots all day. And that's one thing the Type has got, that the FV has to be angled correctly, and otherwise you're in trouble. And we'll have a look at that in the 3D model in a minute. Health-wise, it's 100 more, so that's really nice. The engine is tougher, and the way it regenerates health after it's been damaged is much better than the Type. The track health, the track's not quite so good on the FV, but it's still quite tough, and it regenerates not quite as well as the Type 59, but still very good. The ammo rack, even though it's got big ammo racks, it's less likely to be ammo racked than some other tanks with 220 hit points that it has to take before it's taken out. So that's better than the Type, and it regenerates health faster as well, which is really good. The view range, it's got this ahead of the Type as well. So 390 meter view range, very, very good. And radio range, usually it's not significant, but it's about 160 better than the Type. So very, very good. But one aspect that's a problem is the 20% chance of catching fire. So it's, well, you have to run a fire extinguisher just in case, because this is like to just go up like a Ronson. So let's have a look at those the 3D model and compare the vehicles. So let's have a look. You're looking down over a ridge, angling the tank and bringing the gun to bear. So firing over the side, you've got the side skirts. This is what your enemy will see. Looking up the side skirts, basically, if it's got a very punchy gun, so if it can't penetrate itself, you know that its opponents, like the Type, wouldn't be able to penetrate it. So the armor from here would just, the side skirts and the tracks would just absorb the shots. So this is basically you don't want to be shot. Well, if you're shot, it's disappeared, you are safe. The front plate from here is a ricochet, 122 mil effective, but it's 80 degrees, so it's an auto bounce. Right the way across, so you're safe. So it then comes to the turret. The lower plate, you're not going to see. It's the equivalent of 76 mil. It would go in, but they're not going to see it if you've angled properly. If someone shoots your lower plate, you're not playing it right, and well, it's your own fault, yeah? So, looking up at the turret, from here, you're poking over that accurate gun, move, fire, pull back. Don't give them chance to get a bead on you. Around the gun is a weak area here, which is a flat area, 115mm, which you can be penetrated at the cheeks both sides. On the outside of that, it's a bounce zone, 230mm of equivalent armour because of the angling and sloping, which goes then to about 198, 205, 220, but outside this section, the cheeks are weaker, so you could be penetrated, and the same here. So you've got this very tough, a weak area, tougher area, and then a weaker area outside. So it's patchy armour equivalent. But if you're firing over, the forehead of this is very bouncy. 73mm of angling will bounce anything. 210mm of equivalent armour, but because of the 70 plus degrees of sloping, it will bounce shot anything that's coming in. So if they're firing in this general direction, I would say it's a 50% chance of it not penetrating, but that's using its own gun. Its own gun is incredibly good. If you're looking at the type probably wouldn't even be able to pen because it's not got the punchiness to be able to get through this amount of armour. So you can withstand it, and there's the accuracy penalty that the type would have, because he wouldn't be able to aim, he'd just fire a shot in this general direction and hope. So that will negate the chance of him penetrating you while you've got a shot in on him. With this gun, 220 will penetrate him anywhere all day, as long as it's not more than the 70-degree angle. And the premium 258mm of pen will go straight through the type just about anywhere all day. So one-on-one, this would win out in a ridge battle against the type. 3 games, 3,800 experience. Yeah, very nice. So you're looking 1,100-1,200 average a game, and that's one game. So a third of the game's won, but I think it's probably about 50. I would say this is probably about a 52% machine, when I can just get used to it, and it's very, very nice. And then I can use this. I like this camo. So this is the FV4202. Do I like it? Is it worth getting? Actually, yeah. So thumbs up from the bear. Is it worth it? Yeah, I definitely think so. And so let's have a look at that package and check out the value. Right, so looking at the options, you've got the 27 euros 80 or 39.99. You get the vert stabs, tank and rammer, and the reserves, plus 2,000 gold. Well, you saw how accurate this was. You don't need the vert stabs. It's accurate enough. I've missed one shot in 3 games. It's that accurate without a vert stab. You don't need it. So, and either way, you just get a 50% crew, which is a shame. It would have been nice to have had 100% crew, but for the additional, I don't know, $12, just over $12 euros, you're looking. Is it worth it for the extra? I don't think so. But is the tank itself worth it? Definitely. The new FV4202P, yeah, it's really nice. It's good fun. It's making me laugh, and people don't know how to take it. They know the turret is tough. It's really good at working ridgelines, and if I wasn't a collector, I would be saying get it. I am a collector, so I have to have it, you know. But the tank itself, is it worth the 27.80? I think it is. So yeah, as a tier 8 premium, it's got thumbs up from the bear. So go for it, guys. It's really nice. If you didn't manage to win it, now's the time to get one. It's really nice, especially with the buffs they've done to it. Right, quick postscript. Looking at this, 3 games, yes, you only won 1/3 of them, but 3 games, 2 of which were losses, 808 average experience, still came away with the 3rd class, and you're looking at 96.67% hit rate, which is just immense. Destruction ratio 1.19, average of 2 kills to a death, and 0.29 arm efficiency, averaging 1,234 damage per game, 1,534 damage per game. So very, very nice, and spotting for almost 500. So good spotting, very good all-rounder. Yeah, this has got some legs. plus that, you know, sharpshooter, 22 shot combination, 3 games, and come out with a fire for effect 2/3 of the games. So yeah, is this a good tank? Yeah, definitely. So let's carry on with the review. So concluding, is this worth getting? Actually, yes. Quickie Baby said it's not worth getting, but because of the buffs that they've done to it since that test configuration, it's made it into a totally different vehicle. Well, it's the same vehicle but more accurate, and that accuracy, the 90+%, one single shot missed in 3 games, makes it a very accurate, fun tank to play. So as long as you can use those ridges, it's fantastic, and especially if you're running a British line, this is really good, and it's just what you've been waiting for. So the FV4202 definitely gets a thumbs up from the bear. So good luck with it, guys. I'm going to have fun with mine, and see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Okay, let's get into the next game. So we're going to use the accuracy of the gun with the APCR and take the enemy to pieces, and win from there. So we're going to push down the medium way, which will allow us to maximise the efficiency of our turret, get straight in there, decimate their lights and mediums, and push around, take out what remains of the heavies. So that's the idea at the moment. 50-50. So we're going to push up the one line, start controlling it straight away. Let's do this.
Go.
So as you see, it gets up to that top speed of 40 very, very quickly. We've got some support. We've got one of the heavies with us. Is the 54E1 or 57? Yeah, it looks like the 57's coming our way. Let's get him behind the lightweight. Go and support him. Okay, AMX looking this way.
Ready to fire. Penetration. Let's find another target.
Nice, accurate gun. Now the 54 should have spotted anyone who was over there. Therefore, I'm going to push round, because if he's done his job properly, he would have spotted anyone. So I'm going to push up onto this ridge and allow us to get shots on the AMX and protect this corner. There we go. Type 61 I've seen. Let's pull in this way, because I'm expecting Artie to come in very, very soon. Cool, he's gone. Now what are we facing? STA, E5. Let's light them up for Artie. Gonna go low. There. Let's take advantage of their position. Push in.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is hit. Let's find another target. Ready to fire. Enemy is hit. I don't see the target.
Aiding the team. Let's come in behind the E5.
Target acquired. Target unlocked.
Bum.
Penetration. Ready to fire. Critical hit. Immobilized. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor.
And this is what you can do. It is very, very maneuverable. Let's go for the 1-2-1 next. Get shots on. Oh, they're all down there. Let's try and get down there as quickly as possible. Push down the main road, use the speed up to 40. So we've done almost 3,000 damage so far. But this is when you need the additional 5 or 10 kph. It really makes a difference. But it's a really nice tank. So we get in, miss the circle, so we don't give our position away. We're not going to get there in time. Bum. No, not quite. That was a good game. What's he trying to fire at me for? What? Right, let's have a look at the post-game stats. That was quite a nice game. Third class, 2,400 XP, which isn't bad. 53,000 credits. So let's have a look. Bit of spotting. So 1,600 spotting. Daily challenge. 3,000 experience. A few awards. Nice bit of damage. Oh, what was the STA? Oh, ammo rack, track and gunner. Oh, poor Badger. When that Hesh goes off. So second on damage. 2 kills. Experience-wise. So third on experience. 799 base. 12 shots, 10 hit. Of those 10, all of them penned. So very, very good. Very accurate from range. Still blocked half the shots that came in, which were good. And assistance of 1,600. So 53,000. After expenses, we still walk away with 31, almost 31,500 credits. And this in a tier 10 tank, in a tier 10 battle. So this is the FV4202. And that was only third class. So can you imagine what you need to get a mastery in this? So this is the FV4202. You're not going to see it for long. And this is what you can do with it. I'm the Gaming Bear. See you on the next one.